The more I play Logue Town, the more I think this is actually a Nami staple that I've never been so wrong about before. I mean, the card is really interesting because what I've learned throughout these games, and you're going to see them, that Logue Town is really about bottom decking specifically your Kayas and your Pilafs, cards that you don't want early, specifically because, you know, Pilaf is a really big Dawn investment to just draw 2 cards. It's pretty big. At least with Deathwink, you go down on cards, but you do get a counter out of it. And with Kaya, it's card disadvantage, not necessarily something that you want to kind of deal with early on in the game. So again, Logue Town bottoms those so that your late game is more proactive. You can probably go like Kaya in a Pilaf, in a Kaya, in a blah, blah, blah. And then earlier on, you have all your events and access to everything that you need to, while Logue Town sets you up, which is why I don't even miss Brickfist. A lot of people talk about how without Brickfist, you can't do those proactive lines where you go Kaya, Brickfist, the Kaya, return it. Heck, we're not even playing Zephs, and I don't miss that because if you set yourself up late game well enough, then you do manage to get there. Enjoy the games. Playing against some Yamato should be a pretty good reason. So I'm genuinely gonna keep this off of just having Beam. We're gonna run this. Just having, like, yes, it doesn't mill many cards, but it's a 9k counter. So a 4k counter, not 9k. What am I? Ooh, can you imagine? 2 cost 9k counter. Yeah, there you go. Just stopping this. So we're just gonna stop that. Then what we can do is do this and then bottom this and the turn. You can take some of our worst draws, put it at the bottom. Might be a little tough to get there at the end. We definitely need more proactive cards at that point. Because generally, I'm kind of breaking my rules here. Yeah, I'm going to trash this for counter and then do this. Yeah, like, it's not great. We're losing a lot of our proactive cards, but that's okay. So now we can bottom this. And then we can keep it pushing here. And the turn. They're trying really hard to just double attack us, which is okay. Like, generally speaking, we can counter out of this. And then we can draw some cards. Like, we've lost a lot of potentiality here. But I think it's good to, like, stop some of the nonsense that's coming away. How do I want to draw this? Probably place these cards at the bottom, honestly. And do something like this. Right? And then redraw here. Okay. Because I don't really have a Gavel. I didn't really want to draw the Deathwing, but I found the Deathwing. Okay. They are playing this really, really interesting. So what I can do is I can do this again. And then they could Hody Jones me. If they Hody me, then all right. I should be playing that around that a little bit better. Like, I really didn't need a peel off there. Could have just held off. Oh, Gavel though. Double Gavel though. Gotta force them to have the Hody, I guess. They tap out for Hody here. Well, not exactly tap out, but you know what I mean. Okay, we will just mill here. Okay, unfortunate. Okay, and 2 Kikus, that's okay. I think maybe what I'll do is, I think we pass through. We go Gavel pitch. I don't know. Just grab the rubber band back, and then the turn. Gotta be able to start going through our deck a little bit here. Do have a pretty thick hand. I find that when I'm playing with cards like this that are like kind of bottom decking cards and drawing cards, I find that I go through my deck a lot faster than I thought I would. And it's not just because I'm drawing more cards, like you're even on cards with that specific ability, but I find that I'm specifically able to locate the cards that draw me through my deck on their turn. Therefore I can untap and use my proactive cards a little bit better. Kind of that type of thing. Yep. I don't really think about that. Okay. We'll redraw here. Right. We'll do this. I can counter out with this. Otherwise, I'm kind of locked in here. Yeah, I think I might just counter out with this. Yeah, I think we'll pass here. I think we need to use the Hina again here. Notably, we've gone through 3 peel-offs, I think. Yeah, 3 peel-offs, but we haven't really found any Kayas. Definitely a thing to note here. Really counter out of that. So let's take our first hit. Let's take our first hit. Wonder how they want to do this. Hody doesn't exactly like ruin me here type of thing. Oh, okay. Sure. So I'll trash, and I will redraw. Nice. I will definitely do all that. Opponent getting pretty mad. I feel like they have to be pretty mad. I will say though, I'm losing a lot of my proactive cards just to do stuff like that though. Just like that. Losing a lot of my good cards just to be able to do stuff like that. I feel like it's got to be a good trigger at this point. Yeah. Start by placing cards on top. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to order it like this, right? I'm going to play this to draw this, redraw these 2, or redraw these 2, right? Doesn't really matter. So what do I redraw these, and then I draw 2 more, discard 1, leave me down at beam. It's a pretty risky place to be, but I think this is how I want to play this. I think that's what I want to do. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna deploy, place this at the bottom, draw 2, discard those 2, yep. And then I think we just call it here. Yeah, it's a pretty risky place to be in, but hopefully, like, this is probably going to be one of those turns where I try and take as many hits as I can. Hopefully they don't go too hard with the Yamato. I can block that out, maybe take the other like individual single hits type of thing. Oh, sure. Love that. Yeah, definitely use that trigger. That's a great trigger. So that's a free way for me to like filter through my deck here. Nice. Play that as a blocker. I'll take it. Yes. Okay. So this still, I'm still able to counter out of most of these attacks. So we'll draw this now. Do this. Nice. Okay. So I think we managed to find our way to a win here. Whew. Okay, so we take this hit, no trigger, right? And then, yeah, so we do this. So that's the Logue Town, right? So now what we want to do, send this to the bottom, draw these, yep. So first, I think we start off with this. Drop this. It's a little sticky. It's a little sticky. What Was there a line? I feel like I might have trapped myself at the end here. There's 2 Logues at the bottom. There's 2 Logues at the bottom. And then the last card is a Mr. 1. The last card here is a Mr. 1. So I go... Hold on. Yeah, the last card here is a Mr. 1. I think I might have screwed myself a little bit. I think I can draw 2 cards. I think I might have screwed myself over here because I was too aggressive with my Logues and I didn't set myself up right at the end. Like, one thing I will say is this is a good example. So I'm going to concede here. I'm going to play it out. I don't know if there's a line here that actually wins me the game. That's my problem. Like, I do this, right? Then I Mr. 1 to grab this. And then I think that's it. So what I want to highlight with this game, and I think it's really important here, is early in the game, I got too hasty with my Logue Towns. And what I've learned from my testing is Logue Town specifically should be bottoming Pilafs and Kayas. It specifically should be bottoming Pilafs and Kayas. It's going to turn that card disadvantage, and like you get from Kayas. Pilafs necessarily isn't card disadvantage, although I will say drawing 3 cards for that much is a lot. But you want to bottom those cards because you don't want to use the Dawn early, right? Logue Town is just 2 and just replace. And I think that's specifically what you want to do. You don't want to be putting Impel Downs at the bottom or you get kind of stuck. And I think that's where I messed up. But I think that's a good thing to highlight here. If we had waited and we're a little bit more patient with it, if we had a Kaya here, if we were able to bottom deck some of that, obviously some of our triggers could have gone better, but I think we could have, with patience, set ourselves up a little bit better. So keep this in as a pretty good highlight for that. Playing against some Perona, we're going to go second. This actually... I think I'm going to mulligan this. Like, I don't have much past the Logue. We'll have to keep this one. So we'll pass the turn here. And what we're going to try and bottom deck is the Daz Bones. Try and... I'm going to bottom the Daz Bones. We'll attack into the Kazuki. Right? Then what we'll do is we'll play this out. Kind of need to do something now. Yeah, there you go. So now we have a Mr. 1 later. It's a pretty big Dawn investment for that card, but it's what'll have to happen. A lot of these Impel Downs that wish we had. Okay. All right. I mean, if there was something for me to draw into that way, that's good. So just, it's like another card that really you just have to play around like well, and you should have the options you need. So we're gonna go with doing this trash and then trash this for counter, and then we can counter out 8k on this swing if they want to go that route. Yep. So we can do this. Nice. And see what we want to do on our turn. We're gonna go to 8, and that allows us to this right here, the Death Wink and the Spotter requires 4 Dawn. We probably want to just play out the Impel Down to get that out. So that's 5 Dawn. We untap to 8. So we can probably spare, depending on what we draw, hopefully we can spare like 2 Dawn and try and force some cards out of their hand by attacking into the Yamasan. And that should be the game plan. I mean, attack fails here. Opponent just not sure what to do. Okay. Well, there goes my 2 Dawn investment. I kind of want to maximize on what's going on here. So I think I'm going to play this, run this out, and then we're not going to use this yet. And I'm just gonna end the turn. I'm just gonna end the turn. We're gonna rearrange some cards that we could potentially draw into. Hopefully they attack just 6k with the Ryuma. That'd be great. And then at that point we can hopefully we can draw into something nice. Ooh, multiple. Okay, the Odin can look for another Odin, right? Because it's gotta tap out. The Yamasan coming down. Not much for them to use their abilities on, right? We'll resolve this. No trigger. May not be using Deathwing this turn. Let's see. Nice. Placing cards on. Honestly, on the bottom. This is just one of those situations right here. Yeah. I don't think I want those. Okay. Need to relax on that one. All right. Just have to take that one raw. Okay. We are going to place the Deathwing at the bottom, which is great. That's a great start to things. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we just have to lose 2 Deathwings there. That is absolutely insane. We have to just lose 2 Deathwings there. Wow. Wow, this game is not going great. As much as I want to think and I want to set things up, if the luck is that bad, then I definitely could have saved this Kaya, but it's not like I'm brick fisting or doing anything from there. So yeah, and they'll play another one of these. Yup. So we will just be able to counter through here. We gotta find our Gavels. Where are Gavels at right now? Truly. Out here trying to fight a Gecko. Find a Gecko Moria right now. If Gecko Moria was playable in black, would you play it? Or in blue, would you play it? In Nami, I should say. Not in blue in general, but this was playable. Would you play it in Nami? I don't think so. It'd be kind of a funny meme. Like, the dream is you play this and you return 2 Kayas, draw 4 cards. Like, I don't know. Like, just I don't think it's worth it. Just a little bit of theory crafting. Let me know if you're this far in the video and you think if you would play this in Nami. Let me know. If this was somehow, it wouldn't make sense, but somehow if this was a blue card, would you play it? Okay, we'll get a little proactive here. Gonna use up a ton of Dawn here, but that's okay. Kind of approaching that end game state here. We need to survive not just this turn, but the turn after that. And I think we can find our way a win. One thing I hate about this game is it won't let you take notes. Like, notes aren't allowed. And like, notes would specifically be good against the yeah, notes would specifically be good for Nami players, being able to like count what you bottom deck. I guess for sim purposes it's completely fine to do so, but it's like the spirit of it, right? Like, you have to practice, but I guess even for practicing purposes, it's nice to start from somewhere. Draw 2 cards. Oh lord. Maybe a ditch Deathwing plan. Yeah, I think it was better to ditch the Deathwing there. We can go pretty far into our deck here. We can go pretty far into our deck here. So I'll swing into the thing that can die. That's insane. Okay, all right. Sure. So it'll be Gavel Pitch. Yeah, that is okay. I mean, I guess they can protect it, so why not, right? Yeah, well, there you go. I might just have to take 3 hits here. Truly, I might just have to take 3 hits to just evolve the game. All right, triggers coming through. Okay, there ever was a clutch trigger there. We will go. I'll resolve this, no trigger. I think we just gotta draw as much as possible here. Truly just got to draw as much as possible here. We're going to go gavel, pitch, trash cards. Gavel, pitch, trash more cards. Resolve the attack. And if they want to attack with the Perona, they can. I will take this last hit. Beauty, definitely use that trigger. We're at 8 cards. You tell me we can't find a win here? You tell me we cannot find a win here? You're lying to me. Drop this. Like, what's our sequence here? Draw, draw. I kind of just want to win on my turn. But maybe we can't do that. Maybe that's a little too much wishful thinking. Like, there's no need to force it. Yeah, there's truly no need to force it. Like, we could go gavel, pitch, gavel, pitch. We could go draw, draw. I don't know what. There's no real purpose in it. Yeah, like, let them attack. If they double bottom, we can go 2-2. I mean, like, I don't need to confuse it. Like, here, I could do this. I could actually just be a bit more proactive here. I could do this. It's pretty nice. And then, okay. Yeah, so now what I can do is draw 2 cards. And then now pretty much even if they bottom deck like 2 cards, I can still get through my gavel. So there you go. We were able to bottom deck some things a bit more and kind of set ourselves up for a win, which is pretty good. So GG's Perona. Okay. Woo, they're just about to find a brook too. Okay. Woo, we got there. Up against the film matchup, I think they choose to go second, right? So yeah, we definitely mulligan. All right, we found ourselves a Kaya. So we'll deploy this. We'll drop that, and we will drop, like, what's my plan on the next turn here? Drop that and the turn. I mean, next turn we're gonna Logue Town, bottom a Pilaf, and hope to get into something better. That's it. That's all we can really do. Found ourselves a Kaya to really get things going here. Bluno, then a Nami. Okay. Deploy, activate, bottom that. Okay, we found ourselves a 1k counter, which is good. We know that for our purposes, there is a Pilaf at the bottom. Okay, on play, yep. You got a restand effect. Fortunately, no removal in this build of Nami, so is one of the downsides. So we will draw again. Okay, honestly, not bad so far. Not bad so far. Obviously, things are gonna start going real south once they start playing out a bunch of things, but that's okay. In this case, we will just, yep, they're still doing their thing. Yep. Yeah, see, once they start finding stuff like that, cards on top. Yeah, we're gonna draw into this Deathwink, and then return. Go gavel, pitch the Impel. Yep. Yeah, I have to remember now, and I really hope I don't forget this. I have to really remember that they have 2 of those leader restands, which are going to be highly problematic. Those leader restands are going to be highly problematic. Yep. Keep it pushing. For every 3 rested Dawn on your field gains 1k. So they could bring this up to a total of well, okay. So it's just a 4 cost 7. No, 4 cost 8. They have to attach a Dawn. Pretty good, pretty good. Could be a 4 cost 9. 4 cost 9. Okay. Yep. Get your swanging in. Okay, opponent. Come on. Keep it pushing. What's going on right now? Yep. Okay. Redraw. Love it. Find more gavels. I need to find more gavels ASAP. Yep. Reveal and draw Brook. Yep. Just 5? Okay. I'm a fan. Yeah, I mean, you gotta pay the one, I guess. You gotta look through your deck. Fine, that gives me some free replacements. I'm a big fan. What we can now do is just do a little free swing. Keep looking through your deck. That's fine. We definitely missed our one here. Grab a gavel. I think it's about time we start enabling this Deathwink. So we can draw 2. Yep, there is a card to get rid of there. Okay. All right, we're good. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. It doesn't look like we can Deathwink this turn. Based on our Dawn requirements, we have 5 Dawn and our hand is 6 to cast. Probably gonna take a hit or 2 here. That's okay. Yeah, so we'll counter out with this. Yep, so let's just here, let's do this. They got a ton of cards. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a little tough. So definitely want to draw that peel off. What are they playing for this much? Like, they're just not adding Dawn right now. They just want to flood out their board, or they're gonna do a bunch of restands, eh? All right. Yep. They're going in right now. I don't blame them. So in this case, put that back. Might as well use that trigger, right? Just completely remove an attack. Might as well. Make it a little suboptimal. That was a 4 cost, so, you know, not something that they can play. Yep. So we're only taking 2 hits this turn. Good. Only taking 2 hits. Please just draw me a Mr. One or a gavel. Gavel works. Okay. All right. We have the exact Dawn we need for this little combo. So that's good. So we can go through 5 cards this turn. This upcoming turn here. Right? So you go Love Beam, draw 1. You gavel the card that you draw with the beam. Then you Deathwink. That's going through 3 cards. So you've drawn 3 cards, mill to 5 cards. Then we untap to 10. I mean, I don't know. We don't have to take the hits. It's not ideal because we want to enable the Deathwink as much as possible. But they might force it. I mean, they used 2 of their restands there. They used 2 of the I'm Invincibles that we're aware of. Maybe just I haven't been paying as much attention and they have more copies of that. But you know, okay. Swanging. They're swanging. Okay, that is a great card to just wabang, get rid of there. That is a beautiful card to get rid of. And I do not mind taking some hits here. Oh, okay. They restand. All right, that's fine. I think what I'm supposed to do is just do this to draw 2 cards. Yes, no trigger. And I can counter out a bunch of this. Okay, yeah, they don't want to give it to me. That's fine. I do not blame them. I don't know how much Dawn I really want to use here. I don't know how much Dawn I really want to use here. Obviously, they could just start swinging big. Drop 1 card, eh? I think I want to drop... We have 5 Dawn, right? I probably want to drop the White Snake. It's probably the White Snake. Let me just call it there. We're at 8 Dawn. It's very... I understand. It's a very precarious situation for them. They definitely don't want to be just free swinging into me. Right? Okay. I don't know. I don't know if that's a winning line, opponent. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if that's a winning line. Now I'm at 5 Dawn. I mean, it's still a pretty good situation. I don't need to draw 2 cards. Nor do I want to. If I draw 2 cards, I'm left at 4. I can't go through that. Yo, we just run it back. That's all this is. We just have to hope this lines up for us here. I think we always getting confused with some of my previous games, but we should generally have this based on the amount of attackers they have on board, the amount that we can counter out of, like, should generally be okay. We have lost our white snakes though. That is the thing to be worried about. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no more white snakes. What? That is definitely not correct. Yo, opponent, you cannot be losing the game like this. Yo, you just, this is not how you play against Nami here. I don't know here. I don't know. I mean, all right. If you're just not gonna bother, like, there you go. All right, managed to get another job there. GG's. Yep, GG's from the opponent. I wrote just G. GG. Opponent ready for a rematch. All right, I'll run it back. Why not? Yeah, I'm ready for a rematch. Let's run it. Why the heck not? They choose to go second. I'll run this. End the turn. Nothing for me to play, but that's okay. I think it's like decent. Deal and drop monkey. Little Bluno, which they definitely could have just used as a... Okay. Definitely could have just used as a counter, but that's okay. It's nice. We get to run back the same thing. We get to run it back. Let's run it back. All right, they play the Nami out. Yep. Okay. Then I think at this point we'll just play that and then pass. I think there is a sense of trying to empty out our hand if we're gonna start drawing with this Hina. Okay, so they can restand their stuff at end step, so they might want to start attacking with the Bluno. Who knows? Okay, they found another restand. Okay, they're going pretty blocker heavy here. I mean, I don't need to do anything, nor do I want to. Yeah, I don't really want to. Based on my Dawn right now, I don't really want to play this Mr. 1 right now. It's okay, and it's like I could play Hina, but I don't have 5 or less. I have 5 or more. I know, not 5, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. So we can just stop this in its tracks right now and just do this, right? They found that brook. So we're gonna resolve this attack, right? So if you want to attack me with some of your other stuff, it's just gonna require more Dawn. Okay. So if things start getting problematic, they'll probably get rid of the Bluno, right? Which is great. Yep. All right, little slash type. 2 swordsmen recognizing each other. Okay. Yeah. And then, I mean, I'm down to do this now. Ooh. I think I'll just get rid of Spada, honestly. All right. There you go. We're able to draw through our deck a little bit here. They're just kind of building out a wide board. I don't blame them once they start attacking. Hopefully we're able to find our white snakes when we need it. Seems like it's going to be key here. So they have 1 restand so far. Okay. They're emptying out their hand like a lot here, which is pretty good because once they start swinging with stuff like with stuff like Dazbones out on the field here, I guess I could have attacked last turn. I didn't even bother. That's okay. So let's do this. There's a white snake. There's a white snake. Yep. So I mean, yeah. See, they're gonna start doing that, and then they have to be aware of that, right? They have to be aware that that's what's happening here. We're gonna pass the turn. I mean, again, like, look, these Dazbones, like, with the amount of cards that they don't have, like, unlike last game where they were just like adding. They're able to play more of a proactive plan this game, which is fine. I don't think they need 2 Yutas. But they could, if they wanted to kind of attack out and they wanted to block against the Mr. Bones or Daz Bones, Mr. Bones, then they don't know, but I don't have any removal really. Like, just okay. I'm not gonna defend against that. Just okay. I guess they could do that turn after turn after turn. Yeah, I guess that's a possibility. Yeah, so we'll place these on top. I don't really want another Deathwing right now, but I will draw into one if I need to. Yeah. Yeah, I'll draw into one if I need to. And then they'll, I mean, I guess if they want to discard cards and restand them, I mean, there you go. We will go to 7, attack here. See if they just block. No, opponent. Something. Kind of just want to start getting some rubber bands here. Just start milling. Like if they're gonna go with another big swing like this, I'm gonna just counter out of that. I like truly, I'm gonna just counter out of it. It's not that deep. We'll attach another Dawn here. Attack into this. Summon to 7. Yep. Sure. There you go. It's like emptying out their board a bit. Okay. You know, we're sub 30 cards. Still have 4 life. Opponent not applying too much pressure, although this is, you know, gonna start being some pressure, and they still have a leader restand effect, so that's fine. We'll let one of these die. I don't really want to spend my thing on that. Okay, again, just keep it pushing. I mean, if they're still gonna play this draw goal plan, in my opinion, it's not really gonna work for them in green. I don't believe it's really gonna, well, in the film package specifically as well. I don't think that's gonna work out for them. This type of plan works out in yellow, where you just have these massive, like when you're specifically playing Katakuri, this works. Okay, so we're gonna counter out of this. We're gonna go Gavel Pitch, because we need to start going through our deck too, right? Gavel Pitch, Gavel Pitch. We don't draw a card off this, but that's okay. We'll trash all of that. No attacks. See, I knew it. I knew our opponent would repeatedly just make mistakes over and over again. I mean, okay. We have 9 Dawn. It's probably going to be 2-2-1 at least. 2-2-1-3. I mean, all right. Let's just let that happen. That's fine. I mean, I'm at 20 cards for life. I don't know. Our opponent here not really maximizing on their ability, and we haven't really used Logue Town yet, because we haven't needed to. Honestly, I haven't felt a need. I mean, we drew one, we discarded it, just to keep going and mill through our deck. Like, feels pretty good. Feels pretty dang good. Draw again. All right. I mean, if you're gonna keep pushing the issue, right? Then we'll redraw here. We'll redraw here. Okay. It's not what I wanted, but okay. We'll take it for what it is. If they attack at least with one thing here, I might as well use it. I might as well use one of the Deathwings here. Yeah. Yeah, I might as well just bang. I'm gonna get rid of it next turn anyway. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand what they think their game plan here is. Happily use that. Draw some cards. Beauty. Like, absolute beauty. Like, truly when it comes to what I'm drawing right now. Counter out of 2 attacks, and that's probably good enough. Yeah. So swing 6 into this, and then I can attach 1 Dawn to my Nami and swing 6 into that if I wanted to. Yep. Swing 6 into that. Apply some more pressure. Yep. Brooks are gone. I'm surprised they're just not attacking with their Sanjis. I don't understand. I feel like I should be at a lot less life right now than I should be. I guess this is a film player that just maybe isn't that familiar with the Nami matchup. But you definitely just want to be aggressive. You definitely just want to be aggressive. Because at some point you can stop being aggressive. And you can just start swinging big. And I just won't have the cards for it. Okay. The restands are going to start hitting hard here. The restands are going to start hitting hard, but I'm pretty low on cards right now. Yup. This is a dangerous game because they have all these attackers and I'm countering out with just a Deathwing. I think... I mean, they attach one Dawn here, one Dawn here. I can't really... It's not much I can protect against, so I think it might as well be now. If there ever was a time to protect, it might as well be now. This is a dangerous game now. What I just opened up is pretty dangerous. See, they don't need to do this. This is a little too much. So I have 9 cards total. Can I go for some type of win? I don't think so. Definitely want to draw that. Okay. I don't know. It's a very tricky situation. Our opponent could misplay this. Let's see. That's going to be pretty good, actually. That's actually going to be pretty good. Depending on how aggressive they get here. That's fine. Yeah. So you lose the Hina. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to set it's kind of what I set myself up for. I put the Hina second purposefully here. Oh, this was a mistake. You could have forced my hand by just attacking with this. You could have just forced my hand. Okay, all right. Okay. I mean, I don't mind. I'll win the game here. I don't know. Like, okay. GG's opponent, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, why? I don't know. I don't think our opponent played that well in any way, shape, or form. Wow, they had. they're literally like GG. No idea how to deal with this deck. No worries. I ain't gonna teach them now. No worries, GG. I mean, that's fine. That's just what you're gonna get on the sim. They've never played against Nami with all these events, so I mean that's what it is. But we got a fair amount of Logue Town testing in, and I think we really solidified what I brought up in the intro, that you really just want to be bottom decking your draw cards and finding your events, and then late game you can be just proactive and win the game. So I'm actually really liking Logue Town. Whether or not this works in 07, we'll see, but I am really liking Logue.